Well, good morning. We are actually headed to Montreal today for a week-long, a little more than a week, 10-day vacation to Montreal and Quebec. Are you excited? It is my birthday celebration. If you recall, last year we went to Portugal, and we have friends joining us from Seattle this year, so I'm really looking forward to it. And it's a much needed vacation, so we wanted to go somewhere where it was like we were in France, even though I was just there. See the video link below. But this time we just have to go to Canada, so come along.
I'm Scott and she's Allie, and this is our boating journey. Well, we're off on our first leg of our trip. We're headed to Philadelphia in a 3-hour layover before making our way to Montreal. It was a good day to travel, and the breakfast was not too bad either.
Well, since we are flying first class, we're using the American Lounge. We have about a 3-hour layover, and we could have used the Venture X Lounge, but we decided this one was closer. Maybe we'll try both. It's a pretty nice lounge, as you can see. It's definitely much more quiet than where we were last big trip. The lounge was packed. So this lounge is actually very quiet and not too busy. And we're in Philadelphia for a 3-hour layover to Montreal. This is a much nicer lounge than where we just were. Where did you find a spot? You gonna do a high top? Okay. This will work. So I will say that hopefully I can talk here because there's music in the background, but this is a much nicer lounge. We're in the Sapphire Lounge that we got in with our priority pass, Venture X, and it is much warmer. It was freezing in that American Lounge. And it's huge. You can order food. They've got a game room. They have a wellness room. You're ordering.
I'll say this app is a little touchy.
I'm having trouble with the app. It looks like they bring you service to your table. So it's much nicer than the American Lounge. So we've got another 2 hours to spare. So we are at the Philadelphia airport, and I don't know if you can see how stormy it is, but it is storming like a madman, and we have got to get in our car, or our plane, and we have to go out on the tarmac, so probably our bags are going to get all wet. So we're going to find out here. People are just now getting off of the plane, and it is pouring. So, I mean, absolutely pouring. And I don't know if I can zoom in and show you here if raining. And that's our plane. So, this should be interesting. Our luggage will probably be completely soaking wet by the time we get to Montreal. We'll see what happens. Well, we made it. It's dry out there. And we're getting on our little plane. So we're now on our second leg from Philadelphia to Montreal. This is first class. It's only an hour and a half flight, so I don't expect it to be too long. But the sun's out, as you can see. So the storms are gone, and hopefully we have an uneventful flight. And we get there. That's all I wanted to do is get there. He's ignoring me. had arrows on the ground, so you knew exactly where to go. So let's see if that's the same in Montreal. Okay, so we got through customs and immigration pretty fast, but now we have to find a ride share. So hang on, I'm going to show you what it looks like here. And it's not quite as crazy as France, but it did say 20 to 30 minutes for an Uber. And it's a little kind of crazy. So we got through everything from the time of landing, probably 30 minutes, I would say. And now we're looking for a taxi or an Uber. The taxi was right here. You knew that?
Well, the sign says taxi this way.
Okay. Well, okay. Keep going.
Taxi right there.
Oh, but that was funny. There was an arrow back there that said taxi out on the sidewalk. So we're still trying to figure out how to get out. So I think we're going to take a taxi because that seems like the easiest. Quite the line, but it's easier than taking an Uber. Maybe, I don't know. We're taking a taxi. Okay, we're going to get in this line.
Another hour.
Holy moly. Okay. So a quick update. We got the taxi in how long do you think we got the taxi in? Like 35 minutes?
I don't think it was even that long.
And this time we're in an official taxi, unlike what I did in Paris. And it should be about a 30-minute drive, I think, to Old Town, Montreal. And we're staying at the OC Hotel.
AC?
AC is what I said, right?
I think it's OC.
No, AC.
Okay.
It's a Marriott property. And we've been traveling since 4:30 this morning, so bear with me. And we're looking forward to finally getting settled. And it's nice and warm here. It's about 83 degrees and nice and sunny. So hopefully it stays that way for this trip, but I don't think so, but we'll let you know. Okay, we've arrived. Okay, so normally we do a really long tour. I'm not going to do that today because we've been traveling for 13 hours, but we're staying at the AC Marriott Old Montreal, and this is I'm celebrating a big birthday. So I wanted to have a little bit of a nicer room, so let's give you a quick tour. I'm not for this one, but here's the entryway. And we'll start off with the bathroom because the bathroom is always super exciting, right?
The most important room in the house.
Yep. So you've got the foreign square toilets and a skinny shower, I must say. And then when you walk in, you've got a bar here with some glasses that are being chilled. We did order or reserve a junior suite. So this is a junior suite, and they call it a junior terrace suite. Mm-hmm. So then you've got an area for your luggage, extra pillows. They've got 2 ACs.
Yeah, it's going to be freezing in here.
And then this is our terrace.
Yeah, check this out.
So isn't this nice?
What is the terrace over?
Let's see, what's in the terrace over? A business park.
Can't really see what the bottom is. It's just an alley.
But at least we sit outside and get a little area here. Kind of what we had in Portugal. It's nice and warm out here. And so pleasantly...
I didn't even know we were booking a junior suite.
Yeah, I booked a junior suite. I figured, let's splurge a little. So now we're going to unpack and grab some dinner. And then our friends arrive, Ben and Maria, tomorrow night. And the journey begins. So this is our hallway. And you do have they don't give you bottled water at this Marriott because they give you a drink station. We've made dinner reservations tonight. We made dinner reservations for every spot. Oh, look at there. That's the waterfront. And we're having dinner at the Brewski Pub tonight.
Give it a shot.
This is the lobby of the hotel. It's very quaint. We're gonna walk out. It is warm, I will tell you that. So now we're gonna walk. I think we're gonna go to the left.
Yeah. I think so.
Right?
Yep, I think so.
So do we just go down this road?
Yeah, let's see where the dot moves me when we do.
Okay.
Old Montreal is a historic district dating back to 1642. It features 17th to 19th century architecture, cobblestone streets, and the adjacent waterfront Old Port. Rue Saint-Paul is the oldest street in the city, filled with boutiques, art galleries, and historic stone facades. Old Port is a scenic riverfront area featuring La Grande Rue de Montréal, or Observation Wheel, ice skating in winter, and river cruises, which we will take advantage of in the coming days. And Place Jacques-Cartier, a bustling square lined with outdoor terraces and street performers.
Another cute place. This might be, oh yeah, Brewski. This is where we're eating dinner.
After being seated for dinner, Allie and I cheered to our first meal in Montreal and enjoyed some great maple glazed bacon as an appetizer. After which, Allie enjoyed the fish and I bravely attacked the ribs. The next morning, we found an eclectic little creperie for breakfast. The decor was something right out of the late 18 to early 1900s. The crepes were made to order and absolutely delicious. And if you needed to satisfy your sweet tooth, they had a great selection of gelato as well.
Sure.
After breakfast, we began to explore the city. The architecture is absolutely amazing. We made our way past Notre Dame, which we'll visit in a couple of days, and just enjoyed all the historical sites as we made our way through the city in an attempt to find the underground city and Museum of Fine Art, not knowing all the incredible sights we would find along the way.
A little loud today because we are walking quite a ways. We went into downtown area, as you have seen some from this footage, and now we are headed to the museum and the underground city. We probably could have taken a taxi, but we figured we'd stretch our legs. Our friends come in tonight, and then we'll explore more tomorrow. Well, we've decided to make a pit stop because this is a beautiful basilica, and so we're gonna go in and check it out while we're here. And as you can see, I mean, it's massive. It's right downtown, so let's hope we can get in.
Mary Queen of the World Cathedral, or in full, Mary Queen of the World and St. James the Great Cathedral, is a minor basilica in Montreal and the seat of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Montreal. It is the third largest church in Quebec after St. Joseph's Oratory and the Basilica of St. Anne, both of which you'll see in later episodes. The construction of the cathedral was ordered by Monsignor Ignace Bourget, 2nd Bishop of Montreal, to replace the former St. Jacques Cathedral, which had burned in 1852. His choice was to create a 1/3 scale model of St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. Work began in 1875, and the new church was consecrated in 1894 as St. James Cathedral, after St. James the Great, the patron of the parish. At the time, it was the largest church in Quebec. It was made a minor basilica in 1919 by Pope Benedict XV. It was rededicated in 1955 to Mary, Queen of the World, by Pope Pius XII. On March 28, 2000, the cathedral was designated a National Historic Site of Canada.
Okay, well, we finally have made it. If you look here, We're not sure because you've got the Museum of Fine Arts here, and then I believe that this is also the Museum of Fine Arts.
This is as well.
Oh, and that is
Yeah,
as
so
well.
It's on the side, so it's another hall for the.
So the whole thing
I
is.
bet you they're all connected somehow.
And then there's another one over there too. So we gotta figure out where we go in first. So what were you asking the gentleman?
If the three buildings are all connected and they have underground tunnels, so you don't have to cross the street multiple times to get to each of the
cool.
halls.
That's cool.
Unfortunately, we couldn't really video throughout the museum. But trust us when we say it is definitely worth your time to stop in if you are ever in Montreal.
We knew that a massive rainstorm was coming. Felt some drops, and I said, I think we better dive in. And we tucked ourselves in really quickly into a place. Now we have a lull, so we're trying to rush to the Time Out Market, even though it's still sort of drizzling, as you can see by my hair. But we're trying to hurry up and get there and check it out. So we should be about 300 yards away. Where's everyone going in there? Okay, so we found the underground city. Let me turn this around. So you've got the Time Out Market. This is, the street is St. Catherine. This is all the shopping. Got an elevator, so it's like a mall. Okay, so we came around the corner and it's even bigger. So it's completely underground. As you can see, it continues that way. It's got a lower level. Oh, it's got, wow.
The Timeout Market is not your typical food court, however, as it features foods and flavors from around the world. Allie and I enjoyed some oysters before exploring more of the city. After making our way out of the underground, we stumbled across another beautiful church. Constructed between 1857 and 1860, Christ Church Cathedral is an Anglican Gothic revival cathedral and the seat of the Anglican Diocese of Montreal. It was classified a historical monument by the government of Quebec on May 12, 1988. In 1999, it was designated a National Historic Site of Canada. It is best known for its beautiful architecture, sublime music, and the yearly Pride service, which will be celebrating 20 years this year.
So this is a funny story. We made it through the rain. We made it to Time Out Market. Pretty big mall, as I showed you. But I
It
just
got
want,
bigger and bigger as
yes, we kept going. But I wanted to find a drugstore because, ironically, this Marriott does not have any lotion, which is odd. So I just want to get some lotion, and it said that there was this drugstore in this mall, and we walked and walked, we went around and around, we went upstairs, downstairs, all around, and it turns out that it's been replaced by a camping store, and Google didn't know that. So now we're walking home back to our hotel, which is about 1.5 miles, and hopefully find a drugstore along the way. And we're in what they call Central Montreal. So it's very much to me like being in, say, Portugal. Kind of. I mean, it's old and kind of super cool. Friday we'll do Notre Dame, but I wonder what hotel or cathedral that is.
St. James United Church is a heritage church in the city's downtown core. It is a Protestant church affiliated with the United Church of Canada. When it was built in June 1889, it was the largest Methodist church in Canada with 2,000 seats. It now belongs to the United Church of Canada, into which the Canadian Methodists merged in 1925. The church has an inclusive statement of faith that celebrates and supports both opposite-sex and same-sex marriages. Making our way back to the hotel, we came upon an Indigenous peoples exhibition in one of the many town squares. It was a nice way to end our adventures in town before meeting up with our friends Ben and Maria for dinner.
just had a fabulous meal at
Wolf and Workman Pub. For pub, work, Wolf and Workman.
So Ben and Maria unfortunately have booked the wrong hotel.
Yeah.
So they are not with us. They're at a different hotel. And so they had to go that direction. But we booked a pub for dinner. And it was not pub food.
Oh, it was.
I had steelhead. You had a seafood pot pie.
Yeah.
Ben had a
Marsala.
chicken marsala. For appetizers, we had a duck scotch egg, phenomenal, that we all split. And then we had beef tartare.
Well,
Which I would. It really was good. So, pub
Wolf
and Workman, highly recommended.
5 stars.
5 stars, fantastic. It was fantastic. So, anyways, now we are headed home. It looks like so cute.
Well, Bryce.
Eh. The weather is fantastic. It's like very neutral.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's been great tonight.
So that's the end of our second day here in Montreal. It was a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Make sure you share it with all your family and friends. And watch the next one because there's going to be plenty of episodes here from Montreal and Quebec in the coming weeks.
Yep, so we're here for 9 days. So this will be a fun trip.
Take
Tune
care.
in.
See ya.